Hello, this was Aosoft Beta, now Atarashi, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the new style of archetypes that exist. So, sometimes you may feel weak, like a simp, or like a beta male, like they call them, and you feel like you can't do anything. You have to overcompensate and have a superiority complex, or undercompensate and become inferior. And you always see the in-betweens. But it's no longer that way anymore, because you don't form a complex for everything. That just creates OCD issues. So instead, you see a total new world, full of different interpretations of hierarchy. Instead of it being high, low, side, side, diagonal, all those paths. Totally different. This new interpretation is similar to the trade system that was used hundreds of thousands of years ago, or at least 20,000 years ago, and so on, with the Native Americans, all that sort of jazz. The interesting thing about this is, it brings you into the core reality of you becoming a leader for the people that need it. Not just becoming a leader for the people that need it. You give the opportunity for the beta to become stronger than the alpha. And that changes everything. The beta becomes stronger, and it really changes the way reality is seen. Because it's just so weird. It's so interesting how so long beta males are treated so poorly. And people that can't get a girl, can't get this and that, have to suffer. And I have a way of changing that. Instead, the beta male is on top in a different type of way, and changes the whole structure. The beta male is the one that suddenly changes everything, because not only does this save a lot of people's lives, this helps people change their persona, and you don't have to fake it till you make it. That's only the beginning, faking it till you make it, until you actually structurally change. And this all works with a style of meditation. Going through meditation to discover your archetypes, your teachers, the people that guide you, going on this path, it's very certain that you will become and create your journey and create your type of reality. And nonetheless, that's pretty interesting. And the archetypes are important because they're not archetypal possession. These archetypes are necessary for strength in the core and the being of who you are. Kind of like a zodiac, but instead, it's totally different. So doing this can help so many people change the way they think. Instead, simps are on top. Being a simp. But it's a different type of simp. It's a confident simp that does similar things, but gets what he desires. But it's not all about wishful thinking and getting what you want. It's about learning and adapting to your environment and changing the way you think about yourself and think about others, and the way you just change the assumptions of assumptions, because everything has an assumption towards it. And I really think about that a lot. I think about the assumptions of, why is the door locked? I have to unlock it. That's another assumption. Is it really going to open? Maybe it's not going to open. All that jazz. Why isn't the TV turning on? You assume that it's going to be on, but it isn't. And all this type of jazz about how it functions and stuff. So, just listen to the world more. Because when you go through your transformation of who you want to be, it's very quiet. Things don't really bother you as much. You have character growth. It's not about growing higher or lower, because those structures are really flimsy. It's not about relying on a compass to guide you. You have to kind of rely not on instinct, not on intuition, but adapting to your environment, and that's very important, extremely important. I gotta say that to you guys, really important. So, what's next? What do you do next? What's after all these issues? You adapt and you create and help the weak. Help the weak becomes more stronger so they'll be able to live the life they want and live in pieces. Not pieces, but peace is. And live all of that totally how you want. But peace is not always the answer. There's something else. Maybe it's enlightenment, maybe it's anti-enlightenment, maybe it's samsara, maybe it's nirvana, maybe it's nara. All these paths, they're just different cycles, and you don't have to go through them, but it changes you directly. It gives you an impact. You don't have to fear becoming something because you don't have to believe in that. The onitheist doesn't rely on atheism as a structure, because atheism itself is like a little belief system. You go through trauma of losing your religion, losing what you really believed in, then you truly become an atheist, and it's sort of like a belief system. But I still enjoy atheism. I enjoy the structure of it. It's pretty cool. And but I kind of agree to be an onitheist because it's freedom. It's freedom from freedom of that recontextualizes your total daily life. And it's really cool because wouldn't you want to restructure things to not live the same thing over and over again? Wouldn't you want to change yourself over and over again? You don't have to rush things, just have fun. And your life is short, but you live every day. You don't only live once, you live every single day. So even if you don't have a job, even if all this is stuff that you missed out on, you have to see the more clearer picture, not the bigger picture, but maybe a little bit of clarity. You're like, wow, I don't really need to do all this stuff. It's all internal, it's all mental. But you don't have to look inside, indoor, outside, because all that structure is in the mind, and we can change how we interpret a table, a chair, a wall, a TV, all together in different forms, and that itself is just awesome, just great, and it's cool, and it totally helps the structure of the world change constantly. The world is not necessarily the thing that's changing. It's something else, someone else, something, I don't know, a little bit of everything. But I'm gonna save this video for YouTube so I can talk on it. And see you guys. Thank you.